Hi, my name's Eddie B and I'm from Chicago. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make the best restaurant quality pizza from your own kitchen using just basic stuff you have around the house. So let's get started. Alright, first step in making pizza is we're gonna start making the dough. First we want to use some really good high gluten flour. We don't want to use regular flour. You want your dough to be crispy, crunchy, chewy. You want it to stay, nice and crisp and hard and still be chewy. So, very important, the flour. 3 cups of flour. All right. A teaspoon of salt. Okay. Then, over here, we have 2 teaspoons of yeast that we're adding to some almost hot water. This is as long as it's not burning your finger, otherwise you'll kill the yeast. So you put the yeast in, put the sugar in, stir it up, stir it up real good. And we gotta wait for this to activate. That'll take about maybe 10 minutes at the most. All right, our yeast has bloomed. It took about maybe 8 minutes to get to about that place. You could leave it a little longer. It's not a big deal, but let it bloom. Okay, now you're gonna pour that in. We don't have any fancy mixer or anything here, so I'm just gonna do this by hand. I use a fork at first to get it incorporated. Mix it up real good. I'll try to tip it so you can see that, because my cameraman's lazy. He doesn't like to get in here. So, you mix that up. Takes a bit. Get it as close as you can to be incorporated. Then you're gonna now you gotta get your hands dirty. So, let's see if I could tip this where you could see it. Just, not rocket science once again. Maybe we get a closer shot in on this, Jim. All right, now we're just working this dough, okay? This might take, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. Maybe not even. It doesn't have to be beautiful, but you want to get all these crumbs up. And if you find that it needs a little bit more water, hey, don't be afraid. You could put a little bit more water. Don't go crazy, but I'm going to do that right now. And it has to be hot. Just a little bit, not much. Okay? You want to get your dough nice and all incorporated together. Get all those little pieces in the bottom of the bowl. It's nice when you have a dough hook, but, this could be done. My 5-year-old daughter used to do this, so I'm pretty sure most people could do this. All right. It doesn't need to be done any much more than that. Some people like to put olive oil on it when it rises. You could do that. I really don't. I don't put any oil in my crust. And you'll see it's still gonna be good. So make a little ball like that, leave it like that. You're gonna take a towel, take yourself a dish towel, throw it on top, let that rise till it doubles in size, probably an hour. You could let it rise for a day. That's even better. But I like to let mine rise like twice, so in about 4 hours, if you really want it to come out perfect, let it rise an hour or 2, then maybe another hour or 2. Punch it down, and then another hour or 2, and then it'll be ready. And next time I see you, my dough's gonna be ready. All right, we're back with our dough. It's doubled, maybe even more in size, right? I've punched this down a couple times. It's actually been like 5 hours. You don't have to go that long, but that's what we did. So look how nice this is. See, it's beautiful. Hear the little bubbles popping out of it? It's beautiful. See how stretchy it is? That's the high gluten flour. Like I said, high gluten flour, you could get it at Gordon's Food Service or any good baking place. You could use bread flour. It's not gonna be quite as good. And we're making the best Chicago pizza from home, the best. So if you don't wanna follow my directions, you're gonna suffer. It's your pizza. Anyhow, let's get on to rolling it out. All right, now we're gonna roll out the dough, okay? First, you're gonna put some flour down. Put plenty of flour. You don't want it sticking, okay? It's okay, the flour's not gonna hurt your pizza, all right? So flour out your surface. Take your dough. You could flatten it out a little bit because this is, if you're mad, you wanna get some aggressions out, that's what this is all about. So get that flattened up. get your rolling pin. I don't know if you have one like this. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can use a can or something. It's gonna take you a while. But get it nice and, so we're making, you know, contrary to beliefs, Chicago pizza, what Chicago pizza is thin pizza. Everybody thinks it's this thick, you know, stuffed pizza. Most people in Chicago order thin pizza. So that's what we're making. This is traditional Chicago pizza. All right, you just roll this out. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take about 5 minutes, so we're gonna cut away and come back when I'm closer.
Okay.
All right, so we're finishing out. See how it's like spreading out real nice, nice and thin. Okay, then when you pick it up, I like to put it on the back of my hand so you can move it like this. You know, and if you want to do some fun things, you could throw it in the air if you want. I don't do that.
Can you do that again?
I'll try. How, you like that?
Perfect.
That takes. I wouldn't do that on your first time. Let's just stick to the basics. This is that's an upper level. You know, you guys might not be ready for that. Okay, so the dough's ready. Now we're going to take our pan, which I just happen to have over here. Get some cornmeal right here. We're gonna put cornmeal on this pan, like I told you, $3 pan. We're gonna put plenty of cornmeal on there, okay? This pizza's gotta move. Halfway through cooking, this pizza's gonna move. So we're gonna put it on there. Okay. Then, I need my pizza cutter. I gotta walk out of the frame here. All right, this is a 16-inch pan. We're gonna cut it right to the pan, but we're really only making a 14-inch pizza, and I'll tell you why. So, get rid of that. Now, I like to pinch my crusts, so by the time I pinch it, we're gonna be at 14 inches. Okay, so let's do that real quickly. It doesn't have to be beautiful. I'm actually going, I could make it more beautiful, but we're trying to, you know, I know nobody wants to watch a 30-minute video, so I'm going as fast as I can. But it'll still look pretty. I like the pinched crust. Just fold it over with your finger. Grab it, pinch it, fold it over. It might take you a little bit longer. You don't even have to do it. But I do it on always use a bigger pan, because the reason is, you see how that moves? That's gonna have to move onto the rack of your oven. That's why you're not gonna have to use a pizza stone. And that's how we're gonna get it crispy in the oven. Also, you don't wanna have bubbles. You might even still have to pop them while it's in the oven, but if you do this, your crust could breathe a little bit and you won't have those big bubbles putting cheese all over your kitchen and starting your fire alarm. Okay, next, we're going for a sauce. Oh,
I gotta
dude,
try
what are you
that.
doing?
I need to try that.
Dude, you're terrible. You can't eat raw dough.
Yeah, I can. Look at that. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, damn. That's good, dude.
bad. All right, now it's time to put the pizza together. Okay, we have, let me show you what we're using. This is the best sauce that you could find. Full red, extra heavy tomato puree by Stanislaus. I recommend this.
I just bought my can.
Right, if you want to make the best pizza, this is where it all starts. You could buy it at Gordon's Food Service. I'm sorry, this is the smallest can it comes in. You want to make the best pizza? You're gonna have to go spend $8 or $9 and buy this stuff. You could freeze the rest of it. You're gonna be wanting to make another pizza anyways in a week. So that's that. Okay, let's put that on the side. I have some here already. We'll take about this much sauce. Make sure you measure very carefully. It depends how much sauce you want. So I like my pizza, I don't like it dry. So I use about this much. Some of the places you get it, you know, you could see through the sauce. There ain't enough sauce on there. I like a lot of sauce. I like a lot of sauce, a lot of cheese, a lot of everything. All right, so we spread that out. That's gonna spread out by itself once it's cooking anyways. All right, put that aside. The roller wants to fall down. Okay, then fresh grated Parmigiano Reggiano. I already grated it. So, but grate it yourself. Don't buy that pre-grated garbage that has, I forget what it's called, silicone or something. There's something in there that you don't want to be eating. So here you go. Put a lot in there. This is all we're putting in to flavor our sauce. Not a bunch of garbage. This is fresh tomatoes. Parmigiano Reggiano, and fresh basil. Don't get any fresher than this. If you don't like basil, don't put it in. It's no big deal, but to me, I think it adds tons of flavor and it cooks right into your sauce.
Makes the house smell fantastic.
Yeah, don't use, this is where I'd say don't ever use dry. You could use the dry oregano on the top, but don't use dry basil. You're not gonna get this flavor. Okay, there you go, about that much. You could put more if you want. Today we're making a sausage pizza. I got this really good fresh made sausage from Russo's. It's the best. I don't even bother making my own anymore. So this is about almost a pound. This is a 14-inch pizza. It's a lot of sausage. If you don't like a lot of sausage, you don't have to put a lot on. But that's the way we're rolling today. So just take it, smash it down into the sauce, you know, so it cooks real nice. You don't want no big globs. It's still gonna cook, but you wanna smash it down so it's kind of flat and just fill it up. Like I said, this is a lot of sausage. You might not have to use a whole pound. Most of the times I do though. Let's see if we can fit it on there. All right, maybe we want to cut it down to 14 and a half ounces. What do you think, Jim? You want to eat this raw?
No, not today.
All right, now we got that, right? Pizza's still moving. All right, now we're gonna do cheese. I grated about a pound of cheese. It's a lot of cheese. Whole milk mozzarella. Don't buy that skim garbage. Don't buy anything pre-grated. Grate it yourself, okay? Very important. If you're not gonna put good cheese on, just turn the video off and don't even bother. All right, here we go. Cheese is on there, right? Spread it out real nice. This is also very important. We don't want no cheese out here because that's gonna make your pizza stick and that's gonna be a problem in the middle of cooking. Okay, so we got our pizza, all right? Just make sure it's still moving. Keep all your cheese inside of there, all right? Now we're gonna take a little bit of oregano, put it on top. Meanwhile, your oven is preheating at 450. Make sure it's preheated. Ahead of time, put yourself a pan inside your oven or some tin foil on the bottom, because when this moves, some of that cornmeal is gonna fall and it's gonna cause smoke. We're gonna pull that pan or the foil out of there so that that doesn't happen. Okay, so now this is ready to go in the oven. So here we go. I'm at 450. We're gonna put it in the oven on the pan for 10 minutes, exactly 10 minutes, okay? There we go. We'll see in 10 minutes when a pizza has to move. Okay, we're back. Pizza should be ready to move now. It's been in there for 10 minutes, so we're gonna move. First, we're gonna, if you wanted to get a shot in here, Jim, sometimes you get a couple bubbles in there, just pop them. Okay, you could use a fork, knife, whatever. Take a pair of tongs so you don't hurt yourself. Slide that pizza into the oven, and then take that foil out that caught that cornmeal. And then, in another 10 minutes, we should have some nice pizza. All right, time to pull the pizza out of the oven. I recommend wearing a glove, but my hand can handle it. There we go. Oh, it looks nice, huh? What do you think, Jim?
It's fantastic.
All right, time to cut the pizza. Just came out of the oven.
Here, let me help you.
Nice and fresh, crispy. Oh, get out of here with that. Let me have
Oh,
a
sorry.
real knife. Thank you. All right. This is what if you go to a pizza place and they're cutting their pizza with this, walk out. Okay, here we go. Now, cut the pizza. See that nice crunch? Hear that? Get in there, Jim, so you can hear that. All right. We're cutting it Chicago style, square. Triangles for other states or wherever you want to go. All right, and then you get a piece of pizza. It stands up, right? It's strong, it's powerful. It's not folded down, it's not droopy, right? That's what your high gluten flour does for you, okay? Now I'm not gonna bite it yet because I like the roof of my mouth. So we're gonna wait a little bit to try it. Maybe we'll even get Jim on camera here taking a bite because, you know, he was eating the raw dough, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna want some pizza cooked. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, it's time to taste the pizza. One thing you never get when you cut them in big triangles is you don't get the little corner piece. I like the corner pieces. This is how I taste them. Sometimes people get their pizzas with a corner missing because I got to make sure it's okay, you know what I mean? So here we go. There you go. Chewy, crispy, crunchy, delicious. You got it? Check it. All right. This guy's been waiting patiently while we've been making this whole video. He's a real menace, and I think he's earned this. Benny, you gonna give me paw? Hey, give me paw. All right, buddy. There you go. 4 months old, Benny, the star of the show. He's been waiting real patiently for that. See how crispy it is? He usually chews it. He don't chew anything. That's proof positive right there. Can't fake that. Okay, if you liked my video of making pizza, Chicago style, please subscribe, like, follow. We need subscribers, otherwise we're not going to be able to keep doing this. Okay? Thank you.